Hi, good morning. This is Dr. V with Modern Holistic Health, and we're bringing to you another case study today that I'm very excited to go over with you. This is a case study of a 46-year-old male who is here in Austin, Texas, and he has a history of ADD and some depression. He's been on medications for the last 5 years or so, hasn't been feeling really well, feeling a little bit run down, wants to get off of his medications. He wants to find a more natural way to take care of himself. So we ran his labs and we came back with some startling news. Come over here and let me show you what we found. If you take a look here, his cholesterol numbers were very, very high. His total cholesterol was at 277, his triglycerides 349, LDL's 186, and he was also showing other signs of cardiac stress, liver stress, some blood sugar imbalance issues. And we started him. I sent him home with a plan of action. We were going to do right away, start him on a whole food based cleanse so that we could work on allowing his body to clean up those cholesterol levels, to get those cholesterol levels back in check, because he did not want to take cholesterol medications. He wanted to do this naturally. So we sent him home with his plan of action and his supplements, and within 2 days, before he even got a chance to start his cleanse, he ended up having a heart attack. And we had just been talking about this in the office with him. I told him that he was a cardiac risk and that he needed to go to the doctor, perhaps to get that, to get that checked out. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to do this naturally. He ends up in the hospital. Thank goodness it was a mild heart attack. And he started on his dietary changes and his food-based cleanse within a couple of days after getting out of the hospital. He was only in the hospital for about a day and a half, 2 days, and then they released him. So if we look at the date here, this was done January 30th, and he suffered the heart attack within a couple of days after that. And I've got notes here. He ended up starting on February 7th on his cleanse. So within about a week after all of this happened, he started on his cleanse. And I want to show you the after. Take a look at this. So if we go back and we look at the dates, this was when he had his original labs done on January 30th. Here, this was done on 3/19. So he started his cleanse in February, and it was about 1 month later we were able to take his cholesterol from 277 to 209. I wrote in here, this was over a 68-point drop. His triglycerides went from 349 to 309. His LDLs went from 168 to 117. And let's zoom in here and let's take a look at his symptom sheet. He's feeling phenomenal. When he started and where he is as of his last visit in April, his depression went from a 7 to a 2, anxiety 7 to a 2, mind racing 8 to a 2. You can just see how the numbers have gone down, with 10 being the worst and 0 being the goal. So this is just another case study. This is another patient, not unlike many of the patients that we see here at Modern Holistic Health. These are the changes that you can make. This is huge. You can change your cholesterol levels. There are a lot of different biochemical functions that you can change in the body by changing your lifestyle and changing your diet. And so I was really happy to show this to you today. This guy is doing great now. He's feeling better than he has felt in years. Thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned. We'll be posting another one this week.